From man-faced clouds and falling stones to weird creatures and humans flying in the sky, here are the things which science couldn't explain when they caught it in the sky. A moon crash. Imagine one bright sunny day you go out and there's a big moon out there. And then you see something weird near the moon, and in a second, you see it crashing into the moon. Not just you, in fact, every person standing there who witnessed this weird thing happening was shocked to their core. The whole explosion which happened there was pretty much clear. And no, it's not at all fake. Before moving any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. Falling stones from the sky. One day in Italy, dark clouds covered the sky. Expecting rain from them, people were quite chill. But what they did not know was that it wouldn't be water coming down from the sky. Instead, it would be stones. These black stones fell all over the area, leaving not just the locals, but the scientists in shock too. A weird light pillar. This video went viral on the internet a couple of months ago. This glowing creature was caught on camera in China, where not just one, but many people saw it and recorded it on their cameras. If you look at it carefully, it might seem like some other universe's portal, which might have been open to let aliens or other beings into this one. Do let us know what you guys think about it. UFO-like cloud. Just a big cloud would have been fine. A sky full of red clouds would seem okay too. But a big red cloud standing separate from others isn't something you consider normal at all. And this is exactly what the people in Turkey saw. This round red cloud appeared in the sky for God knows what reason. And some are saying that it was actually a UFO, but nothing was ever confirmed. A weird flying creature. A man was out in the field wandering around when he saw a big creature flying in the sky. At first, he thought it must be a bird and didn't notice much, but at second glance, it appeared to be quite bigger than an average bird. Now, you must think that it was an eagle or something, but the man who recorded it said that it was no normal bird and wasn't flying like it either. A face in the clouds. We all love laying on the ground and watching the clouds take weird shapes. Sometimes it's a horse that we see, and sometimes even a unicorn. But there are times when clouds actually take quite spooky shapes, shocking every person watching it. For instance, this one. People watching the sky saw the clouds forming the shape of a man's face. It looked like the man of the cloud was headed somewhere. Taking such concrete shapes for a cloud is not very common, said the researchers. And why this cloud did it remains unknown. Pterosaur spotted. This video seems ideal to be included in our list, despite being an amateur clip from an unknown source. Films and fossils have made pterosaurs well known, and in my opinion, they were the best flying things that have ever existed on Earth. Regrettably, we no longer get to see them. Usually, I mean. Fortunately, they also recorded it. These individuals saw it, and I'm glad they did. What do you think about this clip? Is it true, or were people just faking it for publicity purposes? A man flying. Some tourists were trying to capture themselves with a beautiful building in the background, when the person with the camera noticed something weird happening behind them. A man was flying high up in the sky, or was it even a man? With no logical reason or explanation to this, we can't say that it was a human or something else. And the way it flew away was such a fast speed. And this wasn't the first time it was recorded. In this clip, you can see the same man again, flying high up in the sky. This time, just the location wasn't the same as before. What do you think? Was it real? Looks somehow genuine to me. A dragon. We all think of mythology as something created by the human mind and the imaginative powers it holds. But sometimes nature likes surprising humans, and that's when it takes the creatures that it's hiding out and shows the whole world how it can actually be all true. And that is exactly what happened. A dragon seen by millions of people flying high above in the sky. From where it came and exactly where did it go, no one knows. In fact, no proper and logical explanations have ever been made about this clip. A rainbow cloud. Now, you might have seen weird kinds of clouds in the sky, and you might have rainbows in the sky too. But watching a rainbow cloud in the sky is something which looks out of this world upon watching. And this is what happened in China when the locals found this astonishing thing from their windows. It was like a spiral of rainbow above the clouds. Looked like some kind of fantasy land God is making above the clouds, doesn't it? Sun halo. Sometimes weird things happen, and sometimes they have an explanation behind them, while other times they don't. For instance, a rare sun halo was seen over a mountain in Sweden, where people were busy skiing and enjoying snow. And upon witnessing such a thing, they stopped and stood to see what exactly was happening. This just reminds all of us that the beauty of nature is timeless, and that nature will never cease to shock us no matter how advanced in technology we get. A weird thing. What started off as a very tiny point in the sky became a wide streak of light in the matter of a few seconds, shocking the people of Arizona from where it was all witnessed and recorded. And not just that, a few small circles spiraling inside the hollow of light were also seen. Was it a UFO? Or just a rocket? But then, what were the small circles inside of it? Questions were made and no answers were given. I guess the scientists couldn't find any logical reasons behind it. Mysterious vertical light. Is that an angel descending from heaven? Or an alien UFO trying to get to Earth? Well, whatever it might be, it's not just something to be considered very normal on Earth. I mean, from in between the deep dark clouds stands a vertical line of light. Definitely not our usual thing. A floating city. Where one clip shows you the school of Hogwarts floating in the sky, the other shows a whole city floating above us all. Too bad the Hogwarts one isn't real, but a fake one made by someone. But the other one is quite genuine. It shows the cloud in the form of a big city with many different buildings, tall and short both. But the question is it just the clouds, or is there a world hidden from us all above all those mighty clouds? Do let us know what you guys think about it. A black ring. With people saying it's something paranormal, or maybe kind of a witchcraft or something, others just think it might be some yet-to-be-explained scientific mystery. Because what they saw isn't something you just digest without any reason. A black circle hovering in the sky which even looks smoky from different angles and images. It could be some kind of a portal too. What do you guys think about this one? The Northern Lights. These strange sets of lights have not just puzzled the average people, but have also got the scientists in confusion. These are called the Northern Lights, and most commonly occur within the geographic area beneath the aurora oval. It is one of the most beautiful phenomenon, and worth braving a cold night out when visiting the high northern latitudes. Solely created by Mother Earth with no contribution of humans, this phenomenon is made to just astonish us all. A moon zoom. A man bought a new expensive camera for himself, so he can zoom into the moon and see what it looks like while in his home. But when he was all set with his camera and zoomed to the moon, what he saw not only astonished him, but also the whole world. Two weird beings were first seen walking on the moon, and then they kind of disappeared onto its surface. Neither he nor the scientists could explain what it was. Also, whatever the things were, they had to be pretty big to be seen from such a far distance. Rain in one spot. We don't only have weird creatures, UFOs, and weird lights, but in today's list, you will also see weird phenomena. Like when Mother Nature saw a dirty car and decided that it was the only one which needs to be cleaned. Thus, it rained and only rained on that specific car. So you all need to wash your cars or nature will take it by itself and you might find a wet car while coming back from work. A floating boat. We couldn't decide if it was in the sky or on water. Nonetheless, we include this entry in our list. A boat was seen on the horizon floating. It was not on the surface of the water, but instead appeared to hover above it. And as usual, scientists failed to give any concrete evidence, making us all suspicious. The Mammatus Cloud. You'd think we'd have run out of bizarre clouds to be amazed at by this point. You're mistaken though, because we haven't examined the magnificent Mammatus Cloud structure, also known as a bubble-wrap sky, in my opinion. They bulge in such a way that I want to reach out and pop them. The wonderfully strange protrusions that resemble pouches form within cumulonimbus clouds, the kind that frequently produces storms. Air currents rise and fall as a result of the turbulence within these clouds. In these circumstances, the peculiar sagging pouches in the condensate are formed by chilly sinking air. Though the patterns these pouches create can be completely random or unsettlingly linear depending on the air currents, no matter their shape, they all appear especially stunning around a sunset. Mysterious lights. A mysterious line of bright lights were seen at night in India. Some call it a rocket, and some call it a UFO. But if it was a rocket, how come it appeared for just 5 minutes and then disappeared like it was never there? For a whole 5 minutes, the locals saw the thing, all perplexed, confused, wondering what it was. The unidentified, fast-moving bright object sparked quite a flutter on Twitter as well. Those who saw the light said they had not seen anything as beautiful as that light, which sparked the sky for 5 minutes and then vanished in the sky. UFO sighting. Another out-of-this-world clip was caught on camera in April of 2021, when a news channel showed a clip of a UFO sighting. Not just one video, but a bunch of other images and clips went viral over the internet too. Some said it was the most genuine evidence ever seen on television. The zoomed-in images and the night vision cameras even enhanced the shape of the UFOs, and the pyramid-shaped things looked really weird. And this is not it. Back in 2019, the same 3 UFOs were seen near Australia too. If these are really UFOs, what exactly are they doing hidden away from all of us? Millions of bats. It may appear at first to be a gigantic bird migration. They are sort of birds, yes, but not the ones you're probably picturing. They are actually bats, and there are probably thousands of them all at once. And according to the person who recorded it, there were millions of them. They might have been exiting Batman's lair. No one can comment because they have never seen so many bats together, I mean. So perhaps they were leaving Gotham City. A red sprite storm. What you're seeing is actually a time-lapse video. But if you see it closely, you can see some red lines in the sky appearing after every second. These are called the red sprites in the sky, and upon looking closely, they look like red jellyfishes swimming in the sky. It happens quite often in several areas, and when it does, people gather to see the wonderful phenomenon of the lights. Scientists did try to explain why it happens, but still, no concrete explanation or evidence is given to the public. So it remains a unusual phenomenon that science couldn't explain. A fireball. The thing we see in this video looks like a fireball coming from the sky straight towards the Earth. And the reason behind it? Well, unknown. According to some, it could just be sun peeking through a group of clouds. But according to others, it could be God punishing someone bad on Earth. We're not sure what it is, as the source of the clip is unknown, but you can always let us know what you think in the comment section. Volcanic lightning. You can call it a beautiful disaster, or you can just get horrified by it. It all depends on how you see lightning coming out of the smoke coming from the volcano. It usually occurs at the plume of a volcano, and like usual thunderstorms, it happens when static electricity builds up. However, why exactly does it happen? A Chinese dragon. A video made near the mountains of Tibet in India showed a Chinese dragon flying up and into the sky. The wavy movements of the dragon indicated being real. Still, how blurry the video is and its source being unknown says that it can be fake as well. But let us assume for a minute here. What if it was real, and the dragons are real, just hiding away from the human beings? That'd be fascinating, no? A spiral. Instead of a sunrise, Norway's sky was brightened on December 9, 2009 at 6:45 a.m. by an eerily large spiral that was swirling. With a threatening blue tail of light streaming behind it, it grew ominously larger over time. But within only 10 minutes, it disappeared. It seemed too unusual to be true, but several people managed to capture the phenomenon on camera, and footage of this peculiar spiral was featured on news broadcasts all around the world. Some claimed it was a failed attempt to weaponize the weather. It didn't take long for some odd individuals to assert that it was aliens, though the real reason remained unknown. An angel. Corey Heron was live on his Facebook, briefing his followers on his plans and his daily routine, when he accidentally ended up recording a strange thing in the sky. A small cloud in the middle of nowhere was shaped like an angel or some otherworldly creature. The weirdest part is that the little sky was all alone with no other clouds anywhere near it. The video was seen by almost 6 million people who couldn't believe their eyes. And according to Corey himself, nobody would have believed him if he didn't get it live. Well, he isn't wrong though. A fallout. A weird incident in which hundreds of birds dropped from the sky and perished there was caught on tape by a security camera in northern Mexico. They were large flocks of black birds with yellow heads flying south. While some of them bounced back from the fall, a sizable portion of them simply could not move. Although it appears to be in freefall or some other situation, the adjacent zookeeper claimed that these birds were indeed fleeing from a predator. The real cause of this widespread death is still a mystery. A fire rainbow cloud. Somewhere in Beijing, a colorful cloud appeared. Upon seeing it, everyone watching it gave it the name of the rainbow cloud. I mean, they weren't wrong, it does look like a rainbow cloud. Why this cloud had such colors and patterns, nobody knows. And it appeared only once, never before and never again. So researchers couldn't get much hands on the thing to investigate and explain it. But well, no matter how unexplainable and mysterious this thing is, it does look very pretty to see. The rolling cloud. Called the morning glory, these clouds are not like the usual ones we see from our windows. It spans from horizon to horizon, like some sort of planet-sized sausage. These morning beauty clouds also have a maximum diameter of almost 620,000 meters and a maximum height of over 1 mile. Additionally, they have a top speed of 65 feet per second. Damn, these tubes found their destination, but how did they cluster into so many tubes? Even though scientists have a good understanding of clouds in general, they still don't have a definitive response. Since they are most frequently found along coastlines where there's an abundance of moist air, moisture and temperature play a crucial role. A frozen plane. Sometimes cameras capture things which are not supposed to be seen by others, just like this one did. A man was on his way somewhere, and while crossing a bridge, his dashcam captured this plane in the sky. But it was no ordinary plane. It was not going anywhere. Instead, the game was stuck in the sky, not moving at all. Neither forward nor backward. And why was it stuck? Or how was it stuck? I guess we'll never know. The lightning in Arizona. This cool and very cloudy phenomenon was recorded in Arizona. The light seems to be coming from one spot of the cloud and exiting from the other. It was so unbelievable that many gave it the name of a UFO, but nothing could be said for sure. Though we still think that it wasn't used by just Mother Nature doing strange things. It really was quite a spectacular sight to see, and many, including us, were puzzled after seeing it. The blood moon. Those who were lucky enough to be there on the night of July 27th and into the morning of July 28, 2018, got to see the longest blood moon eclipse of the 21st century, flanked by a massive, brilliant Mars as it approaches its closest to Earth since 2003. At least a portion of the total lunar eclipse, which had a maximum eclipse duration of 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 57 seconds, was visible from Australia, New Zealand, Asia, Europe, Africa, and South America. The moon and Mars were moving across the night sky together, separated by less space than the width of a hand. This was the longest eclipse of its sort. The subscribers pick. This picture is taken from a clip where a weird alien-like creature appeared in the sky. The first eye of the creature was seen first, and then it turned towards the camera, and we can see both of his eyes and the vague physique as well. The source, however, remains unknown, but to be honest, this looks very creepy to me. It can be an alien or an angel or something, looking at all of us from above. A square cloud. Have you ever seen a square cloud before? In this video, some have argued that it is evidence of a weather control system that isn't public yet. But it could be more. It could be a UFO flying in the sky just in the form of a cloud. Or it can become a bizarre natural phenomenon which has caused the cloud to be in that shape. We don't know for sure, but you can let us know in the comment section below if you know anything. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates.